Let's now address the elephant in the room, the green line issue that's affected previous OnePlus devices. Want to know what's different this time? Watch this video until the end to find out more about how the OnePlus 13R performs in daily use and whether it can stand up to the popularity of the 12R. The OnePlus 13R is a significant evolution in the R series. It's no longer just a budget flagship. It's a proper flagship that happens to be priced competitively. I have been testing the OnePlus 13R since the last 2 weeks and I'm ready to tell you everything about this device. And trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. So let's go. The OnePlus 13R looks and feels quite different from the OnePlus 12R. While the latter gave us curved edges, an aluminum frame and Gorilla Glass Victus 2, the 13R gets Gorilla Glass 7i on both the front and the back. Now, it's not as durable as the top-end Victus 2, but that doesn't mean you should worry one bit about daily wear and tear. This isn't just marketing speak. In my 2 weeks of using the OnePlus 13R without a case, my review unit is still scratch-free, which is impressive. The phone comes in 2 finishes, Astral Trail and Nebula Noir. I feel OnePlus could have gone with a more vibrant shade here as it did with the 12R, but they decided to keep it simple. Now I've got the Astral Trail variant here and these concentric rings catching light give it a star trail effect with silky smooth texture. While I personally think the design is a bit of a letdown considering how well built the 12R looks and feels even now. But it's not just always about the looks. The matte finish does a fantastic job hiding fingerprints, something the 12R struggled with. So if you are a fan of how the 13R looks, there's absolutely nothing wrong in that. It's well built, has a lot of symmetry going around with a flat frame and display. But if you ask me, I feel the character of the 12R is missing from the 13R. Oh, and the 13R gets a minute bump in the IP rating. It is now IP65 rated while the 12R is IP64 certified. The 13R gets a 6.7-inch Pro XDR display and while its specs might sound similar to the 12R, the improvements here are substantial. The screen is capable of producing vivid and sharp visuals with accurate colors. So if you watch a lot of videos or movies on your phone, the 13R's display takes it to the next level with Dolby Vision and HDR Vivid support. In our display test, the 13R gives a delta E of 0.8 in the DCI-P3 color space, while the 12R has a delta E of 1.1. Now, anything under 1 is essentially perfect to the human eye, and this means that both phones are capable of producing accurate colors all the time. Our testing also revealed that the 13R's display covers 99% of the DCI-P3 color gamut, while the 12R covers 98% of the gamut. These are pretty good numbers and prove that both phones have great displays for daily use. In our brightness test, the 13R was able to touch 1700 nits of peak brightness in vivid mode with adaptive brightness enabled. Meanwhile, the 12R's display was also able to go up to 1800 nits of peak brightness. I also tested the 13R against the 12R under direct sunlight and the 13R intelligently adjusts brightness based on content, not just ambient light. The AquaTouch 2.0 feature deserves a special mention here as the screen remains responsive even when wet. The glove mode is equally impressive. I could use the phone perfectly while wearing winter gloves up to 0.5 centimeters thick. Under the hood, we've got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and while it's not the latest, it is a tried and tested chip that does the job quite well. Be it scrolling past your Instagram feed, watching videos on YouTube or gaming on the go, the OnePlus 13R does it all without any lags or frame drops. My experience has remained fluid with the 13R and in daily use, I could keep over 40 apps in memory without any reloads. Now I know that's not how most people use their phones, but it just goes on to show the kind of performance you can expect from the 13R. In multiple runs of CPU throttling tests, the 13R was able to run up to 73 to 79% of its peak potential, which indicates that it can sustain performance without compromising on thermals. Let's talk gaming. The 13R supports 120 FPS in BGMI without quality compromises. I've recorded some gameplay footage to show you the difference. I played a couple of rounds of COD Mobile, BGMI and Genshin Impact, but I did not notice any frame drops, and with features like frame rate interpolation and touch optimization, the gaming experience on the 13R remains as immersive as ever. The 6000 mAh battery is only 500 mAh more than the 12R, but it shows. My daily use included over 2 hours of gaming, 3 hours of video streaming, constantly being active on social media platforms, multiple camera sessions, and always on display enabled. Even with this heavy use, I consistently ended days with 30 to 35% of battery remaining. In the PC Mark battery life test, the 13R was able to go on for over 22 hours and 52 minutes before powering down, and this is a very good result that's backed by a beefy battery which will last you 5 to 6 hours more than the 12R. Now the charging speed of 13R is decent too, taking 50 to 52 minutes for a full charge with the 80-watt adapter. The triple camera setup is where OnePlus has made significant strides. The new LYT-700 sensor is a massive upgrade from the IMX890 in the 12R. It is better at capturing light and it shows in low light photography. The new dual exposure algorithm is particularly impressive in action shots. It captures a short analog exposure image every time so that you don't miss out on those quick shots. The portrait mode has seen significant improvements, especially in edge detection. The 2x optical zoom might seem modest, but the quality is maintained up to 4K thanks to new AI algorithms. The 13R's camera system produces good-looking, colorful images without any hassle. The new telephoto camera is a great addition as it allows you to capture some really good-looking portraits, and I feel it's a much better use of space than putting a macro lens like on the 12R. The Oxygen OS 15 brings several meaningful improvements, which includes new AI tools for imaging such as detail boost, unblur, and reflection eraser. The productivity tools include intelligent search using Gemini and Magic Compose to help you proofread text. There's also Share with iPhone feature for seamless file transfers between Android and iOS. Let's now address the elephant in the room, the green line issue that's affected previous OnePlus devices. The OnePlus 13 lineup has a new PVX enhanced edge bonding layer which is specifically designed to prevent this problem. OnePlus is so confident in the solution that they're offering free display replacements if any green line issue occurs ever. OnePlus has committed to 4 years of major Android updates and 6 years of security patches, putting the 13R on par with other mid-premium smartphones. The 13R is priced starting at $42,999 with 12GB RAM and 256GB storage, and we also get a 16GB RAM variant with 512GB storage, which is exclusive to India. In comparison with the 12R, which started at $39,999, OnePlus hasn't technically increased the price of its R series this year, which is great to see. The OnePlus 13R is a significant evolution in the R series. It's no longer just a budget flagship, it's a proper flagship in the mid-premium segment that happens to be priced competitively. The improvements in display, battery life, and camera performance make it a compelling upgrade even for 12R users. Would I recommend it? Absolutely, especially if you're coming from a phone that's 2 or more years old. The value proposition here is simply unmatched in this segment, but if you don't like the design of the 13R, stick around as prices of the 12R are expected to fall down in the coming weeks. Now that's it for this review. Drop your questions in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe for more such tech reviews. Thanks for watching.